6:14 on your Friday. Tomorrow will mark 1 week since Attorney General Ken Paxton was acquitted from impeachment charges.
This week, Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick officially calling for an audit into the expenses incurred during the trial. CEO and founder of OpenTheBooks.com, Adam Andrzejewski, joins us now. Good morning, Adam.
Good morning, Allison. John Carlos.
Adam, can you give us some insight into the significance of this audit request?
Yeah, we need more disclosure, not less. We need more auditing, not less. I think taxpayers deserve to see a full accounting of all their tax dollars in this impeachment process and the hearings and throughout the entire state budget. I mean, just keep in mind the Republican-dominated House and Senate with the Republican governor. They just signed into law 42% spending hike. They just blew through $33 billion worth of budget surplus. We need more auditing across the entire budget, not less.
Adam, can you break down an estimate of what the impeachment session might reveal?
Well, I think total costs are going to probably exceed $5 million. When you take a look at how much a Texas legislator earns, it's $7,200 a year. Now, contrast that versus my home state of Illinois. Yes, it is the Super Bowl of corruption, but a legislator earns $68,000 a year in the House. In the highest paid state legislature, that's New York, they make $142,000. But don't cry a river for those legislators in Texas, because on per diem, they can make a lot of money. When the legislature is in session and the special sessions last a good bit, and this one did, they make $221 per day. They get the per diem whether or not they show up, and they don't have to provide receipts for it. So if you're in special session for 30 days, you can nearly double your base salary as a Texas legislator.
Well, Adam, the potential audit would determine the total cost, covering everything from investigators to travel expenses. How does this approach contribute to transparency?
Well, we need to follow the money. Here's the standard. Every dime online in real time, whether it's this special session or any spending within the state of Texas. Look, there's going to be contrast between how the House handled impeachment and the Senate. The Senate is saying that they didn't hire outside lawyers, and the House did. That can be very expensive. There are witnesses in here. A lot of the witnesses were on site. They have fees, travel, food, and different costs. It'll be interesting to see how the two bodies differ on witnesses. This is a big Republican fight, and neither side is backed off. Dan Patrick in the Senate is saying, let's audit the expenses, and the House was saying we followed through on our commitment and we delivered the goods.
Adam, we're approaching an inevitable special session this fall. What do you say about encouraging fiscally responsible behavior by the legislature?
Well, look, I think we should open and audit all state spending at every level, and somebody should run on this in the primary season. Somebody should write that piece of legislation and push it hard. It's called a forensic audit. It follows the money. It's evidentiary. It holds up in court. If you think about it, Allison, it's how in Illinois we caught Al Capone back in the day. So I say let's open all the different buckets up. Open up the economic development grants. See if they went to insiders, if there was cronyism involved. Let's open up the film and tax subsidies to Hollywood. Let's open up all the state spending that went to local units of government. Let's open up all the soft social safety net programs. Are the dollars following people who have real needs? In a nutshell, is the public spending in the public interest, or is it going for the special interest? And somebody needs to run on this concept of a forensic audit.
I think a lot of our viewers are clapping along as you're saying all this. Thank you, Adam. Thank you for chatting with us this morning.
Thank you, John Carlos.
And you can find all of Adam's reports at OpenTheBooks.com.